Our substitute teacher looked at us and asked, "Which one of you called 911?" Nobody raised their hand because nobody had called anyone. "I know one of you called them. Don't lie to me. The police are coming." She rushed to the windows and yanked the blinds down so hard, one of them fell completely off its bracket. The crash made everyone jump. Evans, who sits next to me, pulled out his phone under his desk, probably to text his mom, but the substitute spotted him immediately. "Put that phone away, now." Her voice cracked like she was about to cry or scream, and we couldn't tell which. "They're tracking us through those things. Don't you understand?" She started pacing between the desks, her eyes darting to the door every few seconds like she expected someone to burst through. "Mrs. Dalton, nobody called anyone." Our class president, Nora, tried to explain in her calmest voice, but the teacher was pacing now and muttering to herself about procedures and protocols. "They said 15 minutes. That means we have maybe 10 left." She grabbed the classroom phone and yanked the cord out of the wall. Then she went to each of our desks and started collecting our phones, even though most of us didn't even have them out. When Logan tried to text someone before handing his phone over, she grabbed his wrist so hard he yelped. "You're making it worse," she said, and her voice had gone quiet, which was somehow scarier than when she was yelling. The radiator made a clanking noise, and 3 kids jumped up, including me. Mrs. Dalton spun toward the sound and backed against the whiteboard. "They're in the walls," she whispered, and that's when I noticed she had scratches on her arms like she'd been clawing at something, or someone had been clawing at her. The scratches looked fresh, and there were bruises on her neck that her scarf couldn't quite hide. Grace started crying quietly, and Mrs. Dalton's attention snapped to her. "Stop that. They'll hear you." She moved toward Grace's desk, and we all tensed up. That's when we heard actual sirens in the distance getting closer. Mrs. Dalton's whole body went rigid. See? I told you someone called them." The sirens were definitely coming toward our school now. Multiple sirens. Like the entire police department was responding to something serious. "Get under your desks," she ordered, but half the class was too frozen to move. "Get under your desks now!" The way she screamed made everyone scramble to the floor. I crawled under mine and could see Evans trying to quietly reach for the door. Mrs. Dalton must have had eyes in the back of her head because she threw an eraser that hit him square in the shoulder. "I said nobody moves. They think I'm in here. They think I'm the dangerous one." Her laugh was sharp and bitter. "But I'm protecting you. I'm the only one protecting you from what's really happening." The sirens stopped right outside our school, and we heard car doors slamming. Mrs. Dalton was mumbling about betrayal and consequences when the intercom crackled to life. "Mrs. Dalton, this is the principal. We need you to unlock the door." Her face went white. No, you don't understand what's happening." That's when we heard a kid's voice over the intercom. "Mom, please, just let them go. This isn't their fault." Mrs. Dalton made a sound like a wounded animal. Through the crack under the door, I could see shadows of feet. Lots of feet. "Mrs. Dalton," a deeper voice said through the door, "I am with the police. Your son Aiden is safe. He's here with us. He called us because he was worried about you." That's when the pieces clicked. The scratches, the paranoia, the way she kept saying someone had called. Her own son had called 911 on her. "He doesn't understand," she said, but her voice was breaking. "I had to teach them. I had to make them learn, just like I taught him." One of the girls in our class gasped. We'd all heard stories about Mrs. Dalton from other schools. The substitute who made kids stand in stress positions, who locked them in closets, who had creative punishments that left bruises. "Mom, you hurt me again last night." Aiden's voice came through the intercom, and you could hear him crying. "You said it was discipline, but my arm." He didn't finish. Mrs. Dalton laughed, but it turned into a sob. "My own son, my own blood. He betrayed me." The door finally opened and officers flooded in. As they led her away in handcuffs, she looked back at us one more time. "Which one of you called 911?" she asked again like she'd forgotten everything that just happened.